Good afternoon, dear participants of the forum. Welcome to this very friendly atmosphere. I have the honor to share with you our best regards from the friendly nation of Uzbekistan. In recent years, our country, thank you. In recent years, our country has been systematically working on strengthening social protection of our population and expanding the scope and types of social services provided to our citizens, taking into account the principles of the welfare state defined in the Constitution, adopted in a new edition in order to unconditionally ensure the interests and rights of citizens. The National Agency of Social Protection under the President of our country was established. The decree has outlined the main types of public targeted protection for the population. First, implementation of a professional system of social protection based on integrated approach. Number two, ensuring the socialization of segments of population in need of support by increasing the efficiency and by targeting the social protection system. Number three, organization of social protection up to the Mahala level, establishing provision of social services and assistance to citizens who find themselves in difficulties based on individual approach, as well as preventing families at risk from falling into difficult social situation by identifying and providing them with a range of social services, as well as the creation of a favorable environment for the life and support of persons with disabilities. Currently, our social services centers are operating in 208 districts of the Republic. And in order to organize the provision of social services at the Mahala level, the Mahala 7 now includes social workers who work directly with the population, whose main tasks are studying the real situation in each family and identifying the needs for social services, preparation of a social passport for families, application of the case management method for efficient work with those in need, and monitoring of families in difficult situations, as well as families at high risk of falling into difficult situations, organizing social assistance and services for them. To improve the system of social services for lonely elderly people and people with disabilities who require care, the necessary conditions are created for their support, social integration, and independent living. Digitization of the social service delivery process is improving the quality of services provided. According to the resolution of the Cabinet of Ministers of Uzbekistan on the introduction of a quality of the new system of social services and assistance to persons in need of care, a qualitatively new system of social services has been introduced. Particular attention is paid to assessing the feasibility of the ability to make complex and simple actions by the elderly. For each elderly person in need of external care, an individual social services plan is developed. Every 6 months, the quality of social services is assessed by the staff of the INSON Center. At the same time, we have introduced the Unified National Social Protection Information System to monitor the quality of services provided. A satisfaction assessment is conducted, taking into account the opinions of service recipients regarding the quality and effectiveness of the assistance. Next, I must say that according to that resolution, additional benefits have been introduced for cultural enrichment, for single and lonely elderly persons and persons with disabilities who require outside care, and their caregivers have the right for free entry to state-run sporting events, theaters, and museums. Also, free classes in sports clubs for their health improvement, the clubs which are state-owned based on the referral of the INSON Social Services Center. Also, we provide transportation benefits for single elderly people and persons with disabilities included into the register, and their caregivers once a year. They are provided with a free train or intercity bus tickets. Additionally, free disinfection of residential premises is provided, and most importantly, protection of their property instruments, property and transactions, which are approved by Insundo Service Center. I must say that the best form of aging is happy aging, which implies acceptance of a new transition stage of their life, positive emotions, and I must say that happy aging is not only about health and wealth, it's not all. Most important maybe is the ability for self-fulfillment, which perhaps includes all the other stages like develop, which helps them develop, learn new things, get an education, work, contribute to the life of society, create and maintain relationships, share experience, and pass on knowledge. And most importantly, being visible in society is about the representation of older people in the information space. As of June 1st, 2024, in accordance with the decree of the President of Uzbekistan, we have launched a program called A Step to a New Active Life, aimed at supporting adults in need of outside care. The main goal of the program is to eliminate factors limiting the ability of families to work by expanding the type and coverage of social services for adults in need of care. The program provides 5 new types of social services. First service is a service for providing social and domestic assistance at home. It is assistance in household chores, conducting hygiene procedures, accompanying tutoring and management of gadgets and online government services. Next type of service is home care service. Fallen injury prevention, nutritional assistance, hygienic procedures, communications, self-care skills training. Third type of service, medical and social rehabilitation service, which includes restoration of lost functional capabilities and motor activity. And, of course, we are training family members in caring skills. Daycare service. Under this service, we provide monitoring and control of the condition, hygienic care, nutrition, communication, emotional support, activities and creation. And number 5 is a personal assistance service. It's assistance in acquiring additional information, assistance in getting new services, and adaptation to their new residential space and independent movement. These are the first 6 months for blind persons and persons using wheelchairs. All these services are aimed at improving the quality of life of older people and creating conditions for their active participation in the life of the society. The program introduced a voucher system to partially compensate the costs of receiving social services. A voucher for social services is provided to individuals or their families, included into the register of low-income families, the register of single, elderly, or disabled people in need of care, or the unified register of social protection. Such approach helps us assure the accessibility of services for the biggest number of people. Besides, to ensure positive emotions in old age, the Ministry of Social Protection, together with the Nuralia Foundation, organizes a special Maskani Center in the Yaksari district in Tashkent for people with disabilities over 18 years of age, people in need of care, and elderly people of retirement age. The Active Life project aims to improve the vitality of older adults and people with disabilities by organizing targeted groups focused on physical rehabilitation, strengthening their mental health, sharing life experience, and creating platforms for dialogue. You can see on the screen the photos of this center. This project includes training sessions with a psychologist, master classes, memory improvement classes, yoga, music therapy, arts therapy. Also, we have a movie club for shared viewing, discussions, and training on how to protect oneself against the telephone cyber fraud, one of the most common situations in our lives today. At the same time, the InSound Center provides support services to the Nurinyal Maskani Center for people in need of outside care. But as I mentioned previously, the project aims to improve the vitality of older people and people with disabilities by organizing target groups focused on physical rehabilitation, strengthening mental health, sharing experiences, and creating platforms for dialogue. In short, all work on the social protection system in Uzbekistan is aimed at unconditionally ensuring the interests and rights of citizens to social protection, a radical improvement of the quality of social services, and the introduction of new management system based on advanced international standards. Care about our elderly is the priority of the modern country of Uzbekistan. Thank you for your attention.